My name is Jason Finn, and I'm the founder of Geek Chicago. Geek Chicago is a digital marketing and technology consulting company that was founded just about 7 years ago. And we have three core areas of business. The first one is website design and development. And most of you on this call know what that is. The second is content management, or digital marketing and inbound content management. And for most of our clients, what that means is we write articles on their website. We write website content. For many of them, we publish new articles 2 times a week or more than 100 articles a year. And that creates a big website that answers a lot of questions about your business for your target audience, helps with search engine optimization, and gives us fodder to share across social media, digital newsletters, and for some of our clients, paid social media marketing, SMM. And finally, the third core area, the one we came here to talk about today, is reputation management. And it looks like a couple of more folks coming on, so I'm dragging my feet a little bit. But let's dig in to the nitty-gritty. So these days, it's really easy for a small company to look like a big company. It's easy for a one-person or 3-person shop in a variety of industries to reach people all over the country and all over the world and look like a big company. And the way we can do that is by having a nice looking and high performing website, by having active conversations on social media, and people can. Let's pick up where we left off. So we were talking about how big businesses or small businesses can appear to be big businesses online, and big businesses can actually interact with their end user, their end customer, or client, or patient, or constituent, because we do work with elected officials here at Geek Chicago. Big businesses can interact with individuals on a more tailored level, on a more custom level, because of what technology has allowed us to do today. So let's dig right into it, and let's talk about reputation management a little bit. A survey done by Dimensional Research in the last couple of years, and an article called 4 Stats Reveal Why Reviews Matter for Local Business, told us that 90% of people say that online reviews influence their purchase decisions. That's incredible. Maybe they've only surveyed people who are online, but 90%, 9 out of 10 people are influenced in their purchase decisions by the reviews they read online. 85% of consumers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. That sounds totally crazy to me. Until I thought about the fact that I'm taking my family to Disney in January, and I posted something on Facebook asking for recommendations, and got some recommendations from friends, and then had a couple of folks reach out to me who were friends of friends, or in some ways total strangers, who gave me some really good advice that we are taking in the context of our trip in January. So getting reviews from strangers is sometimes as good as getting them from friends. And sometimes better, depending on how bad your friend's taste might be. And 90% of consumers read online reviews for local businesses, or they did read, in 2017. So of the 100 people at a time that they polled, 97 of them said, yes, I looked at online reviews in the last year. And 12% of them said they look at online reviews every day. So those are incredible statistics. And the question is, are we looking at our own reviews? Are we managing those reviews? Are we making sure that we're getting good ones, avoiding bad ones, and sharing them across the universe of people that we're interested in attracting to our business? So what is reputation management? It's just that. It's positively influencing what is said and shared about you online. And the benefits, I think, are probably obvious, but some of them that we've earmarked are increasing traffic to your website, where you can share information about your product or your service, or your point of view. Improving your client's experience. It gives them a channel to interact with you directly in some cases, or interact with you with the whole world watching. And ultimately, the reason that we spend any money at all on marketing, increasing our bottom line, increasing our revenue. So here's a few more statistics about reputation management for different industries. When it comes to getting new customers, your reputation is number 1. 62% of home buyers, according to Zip Realty, choose a realtor based on online reviews. That's higher than I might have guessed otherwise. 97% of diners use the internet to research local restaurants. So you're out and about, Yelp, TripAdvisor, Facebook, Google, any of the different platforms that you might be on, to look around you and see what's for dinner, or to look at a restaurant you're going to and to see what other diners are saying about it. For the insurance industry, in online searches, clients or companies with client reviews get 14 times more inquiries than those that don't have any reviews at all. And finally, improving your ranking by 1 star on a review site could increase your revenue by 5 to 9%. What would that mean to you? What would a 5 to 9% a year increase in revenue mean to you and your business? Probably pretty substantial. So where do we fit in? What can Geek Chicago do to help? Well, we have a new process that we've started to implement with the helps of a software platform called Birdeye. And effectively, it's a 3-step process. The first is managing the current reviews that you have, aggregating them from across the internet, reviewing them, and processing them. The second is taking those best reviews, the ones that are most descriptive of why you're good at what you do, and distributing them across your social media channels and across all the review websites across the internet. And finally, generating new reviews, getting your current clients, customers, patients if you're a doctor's office or other medical practitioner, constituents if you're an elected official, getting them to give you feedback that's positive, and also hearing from them when they're not happy and making sure that that unhappiness doesn't translate into bad reviews for you online. So in terms of review management, this particular software platform is attached to literally to hundreds of different review sites. And some of the big ones are Facebook, Google, Better Business Bureau, OpenTable, big for restaurants, obviously, for real estate agents, Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, also good for mortgage brokers. For attorneys, Avvo, Martindale Hubbell, Consumer Affairs. We have a client with more than 100 Avvo reviews and with a 4.9 overall rating. They certainly want to promote that everywhere that they can. City Search, if you're a doctor, Health Grades and ZocDoc, Home Advisor for different folks around the home ownership industry and home purchase industry, Yelp, and literally hundreds of other review sites. So once we set up a profile for our clients, all of those reviews get pulled into a single location, into a single interface that allows you to either automate or manually share your best reviews across a bunch of different websites, to respond to new reviews that you get in short order, and also to be able to what's called park the negative reviews. So it does not remove a negative review that somebody might have placed for you on a particular website, but it certainly goes out of its way to not have you resharing that review or testimonial on your website, on a dedicated standalone review website, or redistributing across the internet. And this was an incredible statistic I saw. 78% of people who complain to a brand expect a response within an hour. That's incredible. It's ridiculous, but it's incredible. How are we expected to be good at what we do? How are we expected to be a good real estate agent, home construction company, mortgage broker, attorney? Looking through the list of some of the attendees we have on here. How are we supposed to focus on doing a good job at what we do while we're spending all this time responding to our clients? So this interface simplifies that process and makes it easier to respond in short order. The next step is distributing those reviews. And we use the word amplify a lot. So we'd like to take a positive review, the best reviews, and redistribute them across the primary social media websites. And in doing so, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and also distributing them to a number of other local and review sites across the internet. In doing so, you are taking one great review on one review site and spreading it out across the internet. Getting your best reviews in front of more potential customers. And there's a note here specifically that you can actually remove or replace your review tab on Facebook, or you can keep your review tab and put it a little bit lower down in your tabs and replace it with a new review tab that shows all of your aggregated reviews from across all of the different review sites. And finally, that leads to an increase in conversions and conversations on social media. On the right column, you'll see that it's a benefit for your SEO. That means your search engine optimization. So when your review is created on a microsite, which is a standalone website that has all of the reviews on it, it starts to rank on Google, and it creates what are called backlinks to all the other sites and the reviews on the other sites, and backlinks to your website. All of those things are beneficial to your search engine ranking and and a higher result on Google search engine pages. You'll appear on more local listing and review sites that you wouldn't have otherwise. And it also has a mechanism for syncing up-to-date business information across all sites, which in and of itself is really important for search engine optimization. Because when Google sees that this particular business has this particular address, phone number, email address, and sees it consistently across the internet, then it elevates and promotes that business. Here is an example on the right-hand side of what a microsite looks like with aggregated reviews from a number of sources, and then on the left, sort of a demonstration of them being shared specifically on Facebook and Google+, and that mechanism integrates with Twitter as well. The third and final step is getting new reviews. It's turning your clients who've had a great experience with you into advocates for your site and creating reviews that then get distributed across the internet. So what we do is we set up a workflow to send an email or a text message directly to your clients, your customers, your patients, your constituents after you've completed delivering a service to them. At the time that they're thinking of you most and thinking of you most highly, we can also input existing clients into the system and distribute a request to them. The first thing it does is identify if that client or customer will provide a positive or a negative response. And there are a few different templates. They ask if you would recommend us on a review site. They ask if you'd give us 5 stars, etc. If the customer's happy and they indicate they would like to review you or they would give you 5 stars, then they're automatically directed to leave a review on the review sites that you choose that are specific to your industry. If they're not as excited about this service or experience they had with you, then they're sent to a private feedback area, and it gives them an opportunity. I don't know what just happened. There we go. It gives them an opportunity to improve their experience without damaging your reputation. So it gives you an opportunity to respond to them directly. I'm sorry you didn't have a great experience. What can we do to improve your overall result or impression of what we did? So here's an example of what an email might look like in their inbox. It says, would you recommend us? Yes or no, thank you. If they click on the no thank you button, then they are taken to a page that says, we apologize that your experience was not great. How can we improve? And it gives them a form to fill out with their name and their email address. And that gets sent to your dashboard. So again, you're able to respond to all of your reviews and feedback in one place. It does not, of course, show up on your publicly available reviews on your microsite or on any of the other social media channels. If in the much more likely case they click on, yes, we'd love to recommend you, or yes, we had a great experience, or we rate you 5 stars, then they're taken to this customizable page with the review sites that you choose to display. And they get the option, perhaps they're a TripAdvisor user and they have an account there already and they want to click on that. But I've found the vast majority of the time they'll click on the very first of the 2 or 3 buttons that you put on this form, review you on Google, and that review, of course, goes to the microsite as well as Google. It gets aggregated, and then you can redistribute it automatically or manually to other sites around the internet. So actually, before we get to this, I want to pull up a poll. I want to get an idea from you guys. I think I'm sending it out now if I do this correctly. So you should get a poll in front of you that allows you to indicate whether or not you currently have reviews online and where you have those reviews, and check all the boxes that are applicable to you. And I'll take a look at it. If we have enough votes by the end of this webinar, then I'll share the results. Otherwise, I will happily send them out to you. There we go. The votes are coming in. Lots of people with more than 10 reviews online, more than 20 reviews online. Facebook, Google, Zillow, Realtor.com, Yelp. Most of you have some reviews on Yelp. Some of you on other sites. It's very interesting. So good. I'll let that run. And I want to talk to you a little bit about our offering. and how this works. So Geek Chicago works with Birdeye, our software platform, to help you create that consistent online presence. We set up that platform for you, the dashboard, the microsite, and link all of your review sites across the internet to that particular dashboard. Again, that has the effect or the impact of boosting your search engine optimization and allowing you to generate more reviews. It also puts that gateway in there to allow you to manage the reviews, generate the positive ones in a public space, and triage the negative reviews to get that feedback directly and to be able to respond to customers, clients, patients that may not be as excited or may not have had their expectations met. Could be as simple as a miscommunication, and a simple email back and forth or message back and forth allows you to solve that miscommunication and turn them from a disappointed customer into a happy one. And then we'll produce an individualized microsite with reviews and information. It will be customized with the images that you choose. It will link to all of your social media sites. We'll have a map of your location, and actually an interface that allows somebody to communicate with you directly by setting up an appointment or requesting some time. So as I said, we partner with Birdeye software platform, and we, like Birdeye, charge $300 a month. The difference between going directly with Birdeye or working with us is that we provide you that value-added service. We set up the site. We do all the integrations. We modify your imagery to make that microsite look and feel the way that it's supposed to. And we're actually more affordable than Birdeye for the next week and a half. If you sign up between now and December 8th, then the cost will be $250 a month, so $50 savings every month into the foreseeable future. So at least for a year, if not longer than that. One more thing to consider. A single negative review can drive away approximately 22% of customers, whereas 3 negative reviews or thereabouts can drive away 59% of customers. If you are planning on hiring a plumber or an electrician or a home services company or a home inspector or a real estate agent, and somebody gives you their name and you look it up and the first review you see or one of the first 5 you see is an overwhelmingly negative review, or you see more than one negative review, it's just as easy to go on to the next person in the list. Whereas if you look at that front page and there's overwhelmingly glowing feedback and testimonials about you, then you're quite likely to get that phone call or email. 70% of consumers say they'll leave a business review if you just ask them. That's according to a recent Reach Local survey. All you have to do is ask, and this mechanism gives you this platform gives you the easy mechanism to ask. And of course, Richard Branson says, all you have in business is your reputation. So how do you sign up for this? You go to geek.fyi/reputation signup. Hope you're writing that down. And you can put in the promo code Turkey250 to get that $50 a month discount. And last night, I was talking to my daughter, who's 4 years old, and I asked her to take a look at these slides because, you know, kids see things very differently than adults do. And I asked her what she thought, and she liked it. She thought the pictures were pretty nice looking, but she was concerned that I didn't have a picture of her anywhere in the presentation. So I know a couple of you online right now know my daughter and are Ruby fans. So there she is, my Supergirl. And with that goofy picture, also a serious quote from an ancient Roman writer: a good reputation is more valuable than money. So that's all I have for you today. There's the URL to sign up. There is a Q&A section on here. If anybody has any questions, they can type them in there, and I'm happy to answer. I had a dozen or so people take the poll. One person said they don't have any reviews online, and another said that they have fewer than 5. And thank you, Tom. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining. And a handful of you said between 11 and 20. 4 of you said that. A few of you said more than 21. One of you said you don't know at all if you have any reviews online. Certainly we can find that out for you quite easily. And then your preferred platforms. Where do you have reviews? More than half said Facebook. Even more than Facebook, folks said Google. A couple of you on Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com. 70% of you on Yelp. and another 30% of you on other platforms that aren't mentioned here. So that is that's some interesting statistics. I'm going to end that poll and lock it in history for us. And I still don't have any questions there in the Q&A, so I'll wait just a moment or two here online. But other than that, that is what I have for you today. I hope you'll take a look at geek.fyi/reputation signup, and also go to our blog at geekchicago.com and click on the blog link to learn more. We have reputation management content, articles across a number of different industries, and a lot of you on the webinar today are represented by the content we have.